thing that I really want to get to you guys is try to shave 5 strokes off of each round each day. So the first thing that I think seems like pretty obvious and pretty standard, which most people do, is concentration. But the thing I think a lot of people don't focus on is confidence. I certainly can walk up to a 15-foot putt and be negative and thinking about it, thinking, this doesn't feel right, I'm not going to make it, I'm not going to make it, and I will miss it. Confidence and concentration. Be confident, concentrate before the shot, visualize what you're going to do before you actually do it. And if you do bogey, it's okay. Shake it off, move on to the next hole, be positive, be confident. The second point is knowing the conditions and knowing where you are, whether it be wind, whether it be the terrain of the course, knowing the hole. Is there trees next to the pin that if you took another 30 seconds to walk up there and look, if you hyzer out left into these trees, now you have no putt. You know your course, know your conditions, but know the wind. But wind is important. That's the hardest part for sure. Depending on the wind, how do you putt? Is it tailwind, headwind? Obviously the tailwind's going to push your disc down. When I'm putting in a tailwind, if it's straight tailwind and I'm maybe 15, 18 feet away, I'm not going to aim at the middle. I'm going to aim a little high in the chains and I'm going to be firm with it. But if I'm 35 feet away, I'm going to be aiming at the number plate. Okay, say I have a 45-foot birdie putt from a huge tailwind. How bad do I want to make that putt? And if I go blowing by it 25 feet away, now I've got that headwind putt coming back. Headwind, I mean, I may be aiming a little lower and just try to be firm. It's got to be spinning in that headwind. If it's not spinning, it's not flying. Trying to keep it smooth and keep it a little lower on the basket, it's going to raise in that headwind. Know your winds, know what you like, know what's going to bring that confidence up. And if it's wind, which is a big one for me, if I'm 200 out, I might try to throw it a little short so I have a tailwind putt rather than skipping by the basket and now I'm 25 back into a headwind and I'm like, why did I do that? Third point, don't be a hero. Your next shot, you've got this one little window right here and you're like, oh, step away, think about it for a second and say, don't be a hero. Let's just pitch out. Let's get down the fairway and give myself a shot at that 3, because guess what? You try that shot, boom, it hits a tree and kicks over here and now you're worse shape. Don't be a hero. Just think about that when you're on the course. It's okay, everyone's going to throw bad shots. Pitch out, make that putt. Fourth thing is learning to scramble. That's probably one of the biggest things that separates an AM and a pro. So you get in the trees, get yourself out. Whether that is throwing a sidearm to get out, a lot of people, I see a lot of AMs that are now throwing sidearms, but a lot that don't. Practice that sidearm, and all it is a 2-finger grip. And I would take a force or something stable if I'm trying to get a lot of distance. 2-finger and my thumb is inside. Just like the other videos that you've seen, Jeff Bennett, a lot of these guys can just rip sidearms. And I don't have to have a lot of, arm speed like a backhand. If I'm just standing there, this thing will go. I could just, you just let it go and it'll go 250, 300 feet. Just standing flat-footed, there's nothing to it. Now let me see somebody stand here like this with a tree right here and do that. You're not going to be able to do it. So you're just limiting your whole game. Just like you're playing catch with someone. Get a sidearm, pick a friend out, and just throw sidearms from 100 feet until you get smooth, a little smoother each time. The other one's a sidearm roller. Same throw. 2 fingers, thumb in. If you've got no shot whatsoever and you can just hit the ground, it's going to save you so many strokes. So I'm releasing this thing with just a little bit of angle and then it's going to come back around. It'd be 100 feet away and I would take my putters both and I'd be walking and just throw them down the ground just to try to work on the angles and try to land on the next tee pad. And the last thing is keeping your bag as simple as possible. Don't overthink. Limit your bag to what you know. Pick a disc that you really love, get 2 or 3 of them, beat them up each a little more than the other, and you'll be confident going up to the tee that you know exactly what's going on. Your main drivers and mid-range and things like that, just learn those and keep it simple as possible. It's going to save you a lot of strokes, okay? Thanks for attending the Discraft Clinic this week.